Today's video topic is something everyone experiences, regardless of personal or social characteristics. Change. We all face, or are currently facing, some kind of transition that requires us to deal with the discomfort and insecurity it brings. If change is so natural, then why do we resist it so much? The answer lies in what change makes us feel. More than the external events, it's the internal emotions that challenge us. Fear of failure, anxiety about the unknown, but also hope for a better future. This resistance, which ties us to the familiar, is actually an opportunity to look within and ask, what am I holding on to, and why? Our brain, wired to seek safety, interprets any alteration in routine as a threat. This instinctive response, which protected us in primitive times, often confuses stability with stagnation today. It prevents us from taking risks like a new job, starting a bold project, or changing a habit that no longer serves us. Difficulty comes not from the changes themselves, but from our ignorance of how to adapt to them. When we face change, our emotional landscape can resemble a vast mountain range, with peaks of enthusiasm and valleys of uncertainty. Emotions like fear and anxiety shouldn't be suppressed but understood. Each feeling carries wisdom, an invitation to explore what's at stake in our relationship with the new. In Women Who Run with the Wolves, Clarissa Pinkola Estés explores the archetype of the life-death life cycle. According to her, this cycle reflects life's natural flow. What is no longer useful must die so that something new can be born. This process is essential for growth and transformation. Developing flexibility in the face of change, accepting it, and taking action makes us resilient. Think about it, every transition is a mirror, reflecting parts of ourselves we may have avoided seeing. For example, when hesitating to accept a new opportunity, it's not the unknown we fear but our perception of inadequacy. Ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about this situation? Are these stories real or are they projections based on fear? People with a growth mindset, as explained by Dweck in her book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, see challenges as learning opportunities rather than threats. This perspective transforms difficulties into fuel for evolution. For instance, someone afraid of public speaking might start with small presentations in familiar settings, gradually building confidence. The dose makes the poison. This reminds us that how we measure and approach change determines whether it strengthens or paralyzes us. The practice of opposite action, inspired by modern psychology, can be a powerful ally. Whenever you feel resistance, ask yourself, what small step can I take now to act against this inertia? If the fear of change is financial, for example, commit to a simple action like listing your daily expenses. Each small step strengthens the muscle of self-confidence. Knowing how to handle change is the difference between stagnation and growth. Accept the reality of the present moment and create rituals that support your transitions. A journal, morning meditation, or even a moment of silence to listen to your intuition can be anchors in times of uncertainty. These habits not only bring structure to chaos but also nurture your connection with your authentic self. Above all, remember, resisting change is resisting life. When we avoid growth, we stop living fully. Ask yourself, what opportunities am I missing out on because of fear? What is my resistance trying to teach me about myself? When you approach these questions honestly, you'll discover that the discomfort of change is the price of evolution. The art of handling change with confidence lies in accepting our emotions while staying true to our values. As an act of self-compassion, embrace the child within you. This part of you that fears the unknown also carries a natural curiosity. Cultivate this childlike perspective and allow yourself to discover new possibilities. Here's a practical exercise. Write down 3 changes you've been avoiding. Next to each one, note what you fear losing and what you could gain. Now, choose one small concrete action you can take today to face that fear. Change is the soil where self-discovery blooms. The more you allow yourself to change, the closer you get to your essence. What transition are you ready to embrace today? Don't miss the next video, where I'll share 4 simple objects that completely transformed how I approach studying myself.